Hello, hello, my wonderful friends. It's time yet again for another story. This is from Reddit user Hot Topic Classy. I like your name. This is Brotherbeard. Oh, it's always the worst when the Neckbeard's related to somebody. I always feel bad for these poor people, but let's get into it. Hi, Moonhorse. Hello. So this is a story about the most disgusting and downright horrible human being I have the displeasure of knowing. My older brother, whom will be called Brotherbeard for the sake of this story. Brotherbeard is your classic neckbeard. Overweight, bad hygiene, doesn't know boundaries, classic incel, lazy, arrogant, loves anime to an extent, and of course, the neckbeard. No fedora or trilby, but as we all should know by now, it's not the fedora on the outside, it's the fedora on the inside that counts. I fucking love you guys for knowing that. That makes me so happy. Anyway, I won't bore you with the details any longer. Let's begin our harrowing tale. To begin this story, Brotherbeard is, as said, extremely lazy. He doesn't help out with housework, doesn't clean his room, it's like a fucking pigsty. Does nothing but play video games and eat. The worst of it is when he didn't help out with the elderly neighbors next door with their shopping, but still felt entitled to some of the money from them. He wanted everything and would throw a tantrum if he didn't get one thing that he asked for. Last Christmas, he wanted a DVD box set of the anime One Piece, his favorite anime, and some figures that I can't even pronounce the names of, a new 50-inch TV, games for his Xbox One, a voucher for UK version of GameStop. Oh, ew, sorry. He got everything apart from the DVD box set. So, of course, he threw a fucking fit. He started swearing at my parents and broke his figurines and his new TV in his rage, and was grounded until January. He's also a huge incel. He's asked out a lot of girls and gets rejected pretty much every time. He believes it's because he's too nice, and that girls always fall for chads, and that nice guys finish last. Nice guy. When he actually did get a date, he treated her like shit, and yeah. He would always tell her to shut up. He insulted her because she didn't like anime, kept talking about his waifus and his fantasies, and basically acted like a prick the entire night. Big shock. No second date. He writes fan fiction. Not just any fan fiction, anime fan fiction. I've seen a lot of bad fanfics in my time, but holy shit, this takes the biscuit. It's full of the worst spelling errors known to man, makes zero sense, and basically depicts him as the ultimate life form. When he gets criticized about it, he goes apeshit, saying shit like, "You don't know true art until you see it," and "I'll get all the girls when I become a famous author, you'll see." I think you're getting the picture. There should be more stories about Brotherbeard, so stay tuned. Thanks for reading, and stay safe. Don't let the neckbeards drag you down. Oh boy! Oh boy! Let's go over this one. There's a lot. Let's start unpacking. This is like a fucking unboxing video, except everything inside is goddamn horrible. So let's start with the entitlement. That doesn't surprise me. A lot of neckbeards are super entitled, but yeah, this is a special case, and I'm sure it's much worse because you're related to him and you have to hear about it every fucking day. Believe me, that, I'm positive, can wear on you. See, to give you kind of a slight comparison, I had to live with a neckbeard for a while, one who is in some of my other stories. While I was staying in another town, and I think I stayed there for like a month, and he was the worst. Just the worst. getting him to do anything was a nightmare, and he would complain if you tried to do anything. I.e., for example, I was looking for a job. That was apparently a bad thing to do. Mainly because it would mean that he'd have to get one because, yeah, everybody else in the house would think he's a jerk if he didn't. So, I imagine living with him probably is the worst. But the little temper tantrums over not getting a fucking DVD box set and then breaking all the things that you actually want, I mean, that's just stupid. That's just pure fucking dumb. This guy sounds like he's fucking 10, you know? So, I don't know how old he actually is because that's not really listed here, but I imagine he's old enough to know better than to act like that, you know, because he's not fucking 6. So yeah, just unbelievable bullshit. And then the incel part. Oh, the incels. They're a fun group, aren't they? Always mad about things that they can absolutely control. I mean, can't control. Such a sad state. Anyway, yeah, that whole thing of just being an asshole and then expecting people to like you, it's not really a thing. It's not really a thing that works. I mean, I'm probably not in the best position to say that. I act like an asshole sometimes, but I'm also a comedian. What I do is funny. You guys know I'm not like that in real life. You take all this kind of nonsensical, over-the-top silliness with a grain of salt because that's kind of what the fuck it is. I don't call people horrible names in public. It's not a thing, you know, unless they give me a reason to. But, yeah, it's a joke. This isn't how I am on a daily basis. This is a comedy bit. And that's, I think, is the problem with a lot of people like that. A lot of those incel guys who are just like, oh, but people like you. And it's like, people like me because I'm funny and do stupid things. I intentionally do this stuff because it's funny. I'm not doing this because I think I'll get laid. I'm doing this because it's fun and it's funny and I like the people that I hang out with. I.e., my wonderful fucking fans. You guys are awesome and I like you. And you like the silly shit I do because it's comedy. This is how human interaction works sometimes. But this is absolutely not how you would act on a date. I've been on several dates with Sango, and she can assure you, while I may be silly, I don't do this. You know? And I especially don't do what this fucking guy did. This fucking, like, projection asshole behavior bullshit of just like, oh, well, you don't like this, so therefore you're, like, lesser. I was like, I know a lot of people who don't either know of the kind of things I like or don't watch the things I like, and I take that as either an invitation to kind of introduce them to it, granted, if they want to be introduced to it, or an indicator to fucking shift the topic, talk about something else. I know a lot of people who, again, also are like fans of mine who hang out in the Discord who like anime. We don't like the same ones. I think I only like 5. I have a very small list. And they don't really like the ones that I like. And that's fine. Because we're individuals. That happens. It's totally cool. So they talk about things they like. I'll look into it because I'm always looking for cool things and I don't really have a problem with that. And some of it I like and some of it I don't. And that's totally fine. Again, individual taste be like that, yo. But let's get to the last part. The part that, I'm going to be honest with you, really fucking interests me. Did you say fanfiction? Please tell me I'm allowed to read some. You guys know I love terrible fanfiction. It's one of the things that makes me oh so happy. It's a lot less structured than the stuff that I do like this, because if I fuck up a line whenever I read this kind of stuff, like an actual story from one of you guys, I'll redo that line. I want your story to be heard and enunciated properly and actually come through good. Granted, it's still me reading it, so I probably did fuck up some things, but, you know, I want it to at least come through good. But fanfiction, on the other hand, I usually just read those straight out, because I leave in all the laughing, and there's usually a wonderful amount of that, especially with what you've just described. Spelling errors and a Gary Stu main character. Oh, my fucking dream. Oh, please tell me I can have this. I want this. Even if you have to send me the link privately, I won't disclose where I got it from, but I totally fucking want to read these. As long as they're not, like, co-lord level boring, which, from the way you described it, I don't think they are. This sounds fucking incredible. I am excited. So, with all that being said, however, this is the end of the video. So thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Also, I do have a subreddit. That's where a lot of these stories come from. I'm realizing I don't talk about that enough, so I'm going to try and make a note to say that. There's links to all kinds of shit in the description. I know every YouTuber says that shit, but seriously, they actually are there and they're worth looking at, because they include shit like where the subreddit is and like the Discord server and stuff. So make sure you check all that out if you want to. You don't have to, but it'd be cool if you did. Anyway, I love you all so very much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye!